Hi guys, I'm Stacey McNish Brown and welcome to Simply Insights. Today I want us to think about as well as talk on change. Based on my observation that a great deal has been happening recently. Now what do I mean by that? So many things have been happening. We have COVID-19 that we are still dealing with. We have had our individual, family, career, financial, social, and emotional changes that has been happening to us. Therefore, there is no doubt that a lot is required of us. A lot is required and a lot has been happening. And so like the change that's happening around us, we too are required to change in this season. What's required to change in this season, you might ask? With everything that is happening, we are required to change in our mindset first and foremost, change our attitudes, our behaviors, our speech, or expectation. More than anything, I think those are some of the things that's required to be changed. We do not always like change, as it is when that which we are accustomed become different, and so things have adjusted, things have switched, or we can say have transitioned into something new and different. When it occurs, mostly we are thrown off balance and are taken aback by the new experience. But I want to ask us a question. What if we look at change as an opportunity, which is the beginning of a new process, and the process that will bring about new outcome? For example, I love to have potted plants in my home, and from time to time I would walk and observe these plants, and there are times I would observe that a particular plant may not look as though it normally look, in that it seems stagnant and stale, and it doesn't seem as lively as though it used to be. So what I would do, I would begin the process of digging around the root of the plant without damaging. So the process of turning over the soil and adding a few ripe banana peel to the roots would bring added nutrients, and before I know it, the plant is lively and flourishing once more. So in order for the plant to become lively, it had to experience some change, and that change comes through the process of turning over the soil that it is in, its foundation. So how do we see change? We see it as a disturbance, as though I would have disturbed the plant in the pot, or we see it as an opportunity to adjust, which will bring new outcome. as that process of turning over the soil end up with the plants being more lively and sending up new roots and all. So change requires of us to become different in how we think, and we can say our mindset. It requires us to change how we talk. It requires us to change how we view our outlook. It requires us to change in our expectation as well as attitude and also strategy. So when change happens, we may become fearful. And it's all right to be fearful. It's all right to feel fear. However, what we are to remind ourselves of is to release the fear and surrender to the change that's happening. As we surrender to the change, it is not that we are going to be passive and not doing anything, but we allow the tide of change to lead while we are remaining calm. And while doing so, we are to re-examine and adjust our mindset, adjust our speech, adjust our expectation, adjust our attitude, adjust our strategy. And when we would have done all those things, we then create a plan, and then take action. So I want to encourage us, as well as remind us, to think of change as a river. And normally, a river always leads to an open sea. It leads to bigger, better things, which will require us new thinking, new attitudes, new behaviors, new strategies, new actions, and of course, we will get new results. So, do not fear change, but to rest in change, to review and re-examine all that has been happening prior to the change as well as the change. And then we rise to the occasion of taking action. So, with the change, we are not to be fearful, but we are to rest, review, and rise. I'm Stacia McNish Brown. Thank you for sharing with Simple Insights. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Peace and love.